So, OpenSearch Index made it easier with Terraform and Python and a little bit of magic. My name is Laysa Uchoa. I'm a cloud engineer. I'm here today with Yulia Barabash. She's also a cloud engineer. We work at the same company. We are located in Munich, and we're very interested in cloud approach as well as search topics. And we are very happy to be here today with you. So when we talk about making our index, like managing our index in OpenSearch in an easier way, we have to talk about why it's actually hard to manage. And one of the main problems is that index are in OpenSearch, they are immutable. What means is that if by mistake you define one field wrong in your mapping, in the type, and you want, oh, okay, I have defined it wrong, what should I do now? Can I just change it? The answer is not. You cannot just fix by updating the mapping. And today, we will learn strategies, how can you do that? So as I mentioned here, could be this field here, created at, maybe to create with text, and now you actually realize it is not a text, it's a date, then that could be a problem. So what happens when you don't version your index mapping? One of the first risks that can happen is inconsistency. So how inconsistency actually can appear? One of the ways that can appear is that if you have a tab mismatch, when you have the tab mismatch, maybe you're gonna end up having incorrect queries. You will start to query data. It doesn't have that field and it stops right there if you are using some sort of validation for that. Also, if you have pipeline ingestions, maybe this data will never be indexed, for example. Because in this case, the mapping no longer have the same does no longer reflect what actually your data has it. And this can also make some client crashes. So specifically, if you are your code is relying in some sort of this mapping, is a sort of compromise what's being there and what's being received. And if it's not accurate, the client crashes. And if you push documents with unexpected fields, maybe they will not be indexed. Specifically, if you are using ingest pipelines, the data may be dropped before the index happen, and you end up losing data. Beyond that, it's also very difficult to do rollback, because if you're just using one index and you're not versioning, you may end up, okay, well, I had a stable version, now I change the mapping, and now it's not working anymore. Can I just roll back? It's not possible. You may end up in this horror move of what you don't know what you did in the last deployment. Now, bear with us. If you have, for example, a document. Here's a document about Bruno. Bruno lives in Alpes. Last time I saw Bruno, I survived. It was around this time. But let's suppose that this field time spotted. First, I started as a text, and then I realized that actually it needs to be a date. How can we go from the index version bare v1 to bare v2? Most important, how can we do this without having a downtime? And one of the features that OpenSearch has that will help us with that is aliases. So what aliases do? Aliases are like a virtual name that would point it to the index. You would treat it like some sort of pointer, and one alias can be pointed to several indexes or can point it to one index. And with that, you will be able to isolate it. For example, here you will not have your application directly pointing to the indexes. You would have something in between. So the alias would be some sort of proxy as well. Okay, so how can we, I will tell you like theoretical, how can you do that? And after you will see how can you do that in the code. So for example, in this index one, bare v1, you have the alias bare live pointing to bare v1. So you already have this sort of integration. And then you will create a new index with the new mapping. We've corrected the date there. So create date, now it will be correct. So you create this new index, you have the data there, and then what do? You have to get your documents from Bear v1 and reindex them to Bear v2. After you finish the reindex, you will switch the alias. It will no longer be pointing to Bear v1, you will point to Bear v2, and you will delete the index that you will no longer use it. This way, as I say, you will have this layer in between using the alias, and you will be able to have this document there. So basically, the strategy is that you create a new index with a new mapping, then you reindex the data, you switch alias, and you delete old index. Okay, I explained this like visually how it works for you to have an understand, but actually how can you implement this? I will give now to Yulia, and she will tell you how you can do that with some.
So, and now let's talk about how it can be implemented, right? So for implementation of it, we need to use special strategy. For example, how we can achieve zero downtime with Python, Terraform, and some kind of automation. As already we are here experienced developers and we know what's the Terraform, we know that it's used for provisioning our infrastructure. It's one of the most common tools to provision our infrastructure, and it has a lot of providers. And also it has a lot of capabilities with OpenSearch. For example, it can manage scaling, upgrading, security, create index, destroy index most of the time. Also create index templates, even dashboard and visualizations. But how basically it happens with when you want to update your existing index? And here can be trick, because when you run Terraform apply and you have a new index mapping or a new index settings for your existing index, it can just destroy it and you will lose your data. It's not a very nice task to do in production where users doesn't have data and everything crashes. That's why we need to think about some tricks. And we know that with Terraform, there's some special of behaviors. For example, with Terraform resources, we can add behavior. We can see here is the example of S3 bucket, how we create our S3 bucket. And we specify some properties, but also we can attach some behavior. For example, we can attach lifecycle, provisioner, triggers. And here what examples that we provide lifecycle, so we do not destroy it. In our case, we can also use provisioner to run some scripts that can be executed from also a Terraform resource. And this script can be executed locally all on the remote service. But how we can implement this? For implementation of this, we thought to split a bit of the logic. So we will manage our index templates with Terraform, but re-indexing of data in creation of the indexes, we will manage with Python. But how is possible to do? To create this, we decided to proceed with OpenSearch Py and Typer. Typer is extremely nice tool in Python. It's framework for creation of CLI tools. It's very easy to implement. For example, in case we want to implement this logic where we have search requests and we query for the alias, and the backend behind the alias, we just will version our indexes and switch between. And switching in migration of data will take care of this migration script. But how we can basically run this migration script? It's also possible to do with our Typer. Typer is a small framework, as I mentioned, for creation of CLI tools. And it's very easy to create. For example, if you want to create a command that you can just run from your terminal and tell like, okay, let's reindex the specific index here. What you need to do, you just need to use decorator dot comment, put around your method, and that's all to be executed from your command. And after this, it's very easy to run. For example, command reindex and name of the index user. Additionally, in case you also need to think about your security, because it's quite important, you don't want to pass your credentials directly or reveal your credentials. The most common way is to store environment variables. It's also possible to do with a typer. You just parse this possible way to specify that it's environment variable. We specify and var, where we specify name of the user, name of the environment variable user, and password. And during execution, we will retrieve from environment variable. And then during execution, we just pass it for our OpenSearch client. We have connection, it's secure and ready to execute. But how it's possible to execute with the Terraform? Terraform also possible to create null resource. It's basically null. But this null will take in our case responsibility of reindexing of data. So we just put the command reindex user that will execute our CLI tool. And inside of it, we pass also our environment variables like username and password for secure connection. And it will execute. Additionally, as we know that Terraform will run to create it, but also we want to react on changes. And for the reaction of the changes, we need to specify behavior when this null resource has to be triggered. In this case, we will listen to index settings changes, and when we change our settings, we run the script and it will be executed. And thank you for your attention. Thank you. Here is the conclusion that aliases are secret magic. Version your index, not your mistakes. And Terraform with Python can help you with this. Thank you very much.
My photo disappeared.
Nice talk. Any questions? There's one question.
Thank you for presentation. Actually, I have two questions. You said there is no downtime for indexing. That's right. But when I make query and I have two indexes that have two different type of field data, then I have field query, right?
It's more like correct way of the fetching. First of all, we create the index. We reindex our data from the old index to the new index. New index will store your data. After that, you specify on the alias read index. So on the alias, you can specify to write index and read index. If you write to the alias, you can specify only one index. It can be our new index. But with read index, you can specify a few indexes. In this case, that's why you can specify write index as a new one, but you switch to as the write index your new one, but you switch only for the read index when your new index is completely created and has all the data. So it's more about timing when you want to switch. Till it's not ready, we still read from the old data. Yeah.
Any more questions, anyone? One more.
First off, great presentation. This is really just a curiosity question rather than anything specific, but does this approach introduce like eventual consistency errors if you're operating like a cloud environment where maybe you're running multiple like nodes or multiple like read and write instances?
can introduce.
Let him give you the mic. Thank you. No problem.
Yeah, it's very good questions. It can introduce. Basically, we also have some kind of timestamps when the record was inserted to be sure that we don't insert the old record. But yeah, it's very important to be sure that you write the most recent data and there's no like some events that happening in the same time.
And perhaps do backup before doing these operations.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess you wouldn't want to re-inject too often.
It's true, but we have also a source of truth. So we have some consistent database, and basically after indexing, I just run more time to be sure that I have consistent data. Yeah.
Any more questions? Yes.
The method you are use, what is different from data stream? Is the same or it's different?
What do you mean?
In OpenSearch, there is a normal index and data stream index. Data stream index, they have aliases and they have multi-indexes inside. And you can also assign which one for write index, which one for written index. And also you can re-index the old indices to the new one with the new template. Is the same or it's different?
It's the same what he explained.
So he's asking about the data streams. So,
This side, I'm not familiar with it. with
so
data
data
streams.
streams you usually use if it is an append-only index. So if it is only append, so there is no updates or deletes, is when you use the data streams. But for regular indices, yeah, you have to use the actual index. I mean, data streams under the hood also creates indices, but it's something that you cannot access directly. Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah, data streams usually for time series data, as simple as that. Yeah, there wouldn't be an update. There shouldn't be an update. I think we are up with the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice talk.
Thank you.
Yeah.